Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Bricks Originals! And for this very special episode, we'll be featuring the LEGO custom Jurassic World Alive Utahrhinex. And here are the winners of our SSPC contest. First up, our lucky picks. And here we have 10, Hunter, Indri, Sasan, Pyroraptor, Iraj, Yanti, Troy, Billy, Victor Gabriel, and Green Fury. Congratulations everyone, and our top 10 winners. Miguel Philip Isaac, Mihail Patrick, Marvel Vecchia Pancasi, Yuri M.L. Articulation, Joseph Wardle, Patricio Suarez, Draco Whitey, Jurassic Prince, Dylan Stevenson, and Maximum Power. Congratulations everyone! And I'll see you on the next SSPC contest. For those of you who would like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and it will lead you to the Extinct Bricks homepage. In the homepage, just click on the community link and it will lead you to all my posts. And now, off to the making of our Utahrhinex. On to the first process, and this one will be, of course, kit bashing several parts from different figures, and then here we're already placing in details during the sculpt. So here's a finished sculpt on the head of our Utahrhinex actually, and it has a lot of details on it. And here we have added several more details to the thighs as well as on the head of the Utahrhinex. We added several feathers on the arms as well as that of the tail. And then when I decided that it was already ready for painting, I primered it with posi number 68 in gray. And now that it is already dry, it is now time for us to paint. And first up, we are actually covering this one with white paint because it's generally a reddish figure. Then we mix some white and a little bit of red as well as brown, and then paint it on the underside of the figure. And a little bit of information on the Utahrhinex. Its name actually means Utah Nose Pig. It is a hybrid of the Utahrhinex and the Utahrhinex. This fusion of the Utahrhinex and the Utahrhinex matches the intelligence of the raptor with the defensive capability of the Utahrhinex and the Sinoceratops. Its unique coloring likely helps it to intimidate its opponents. Another trivia, this creature was added to the game in the worldwide release version. And now back to the painting. So here's just a mixture of some red and orange and a little bit of white. This will be painted on most parts of the creature, including the head, the body, the tail, and also the limbs. We are sparing the areas where we will be painting them yellow. I worked in portions so that there will be some time for the paint to dry before we move on to the next part. This is because I don't want to be so messy on all my fingers, and then I would actually mess up some parts that are already painted and already dry. I usually have my hair dryer with me so that it would be quicker for the paint to dry. And so here we're just creating some interesting patterns so that it would look, awesome and cool from different angles. Alright, so this is actually a mixture of this red and orange. As you can see here, a little bit darker than what we have already painted on the body and the legs and also the arms. So this will be painted on top or on most top portions of the body, tail, and also the head as well. Some portions of the neck are also painted this color. At first I wanted it to be included in the Halloween special, but unfortunately it didn't push through. But yeah, I'm glad I really did, because this is actually one of my favorite creatures, you know, the Pachycephalosaur family. Alright, so moving on with the paint, this is actually just orange and a little bit of white. So we're creating interesting dots as well as patterns on the arms as well as that of the body, and we'll also be painting the areas of the feathers. On top of this, of course, we wanted the feathers to be striking enough, so we will be overlaying this with colors of yellows. So the Utahrhinex actually has white stripes running down from the neck going towards the tail. So we're creating several stripes that is very similar to that of the creature itself. Stripes actually discontinue from the legs, and the tail stripes are actually in different patterns already. This is where I leave you guys with the making up a Utahrhinex. I hope you guys enjoyed this part of the video and learned something from it as well. Alright, out with our next part of this video, assemblies. So let's count up the number of parts to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have 7 parts to this. Let's start by connecting the head to the neck part. Let's now connect this piece to the body. There you go. Let's now connect the arms. Right first, and then the left. Let's just position it. Now, let's attach the legs, right, and then the left. And that finishes off the figure. Our Lego-compatible Utahrhinex. And now that it is already assembled, let's have a closer look. So here is our Utahrhinex with the GCL, and like me, he's really excited for this additional figure to our collection. Yay! Alright, so the GCL will be back later on for some size comparisons, but for now, let's move on with the closer look. Right, so this Utahrhinex is actually based off from the Jurassic World Alive Utahrhinex over here. Wow, look at that head. Alright, so looking at the details on the painting on this Utahrhinex, you can see here that we have actually patterned it as close as possible to the Utahrhinex of Jurassic World Alive. Colors of oranges, red, mixtures of yellow, and also white are predominant in this creature. The head details are actually the most intricate part of this figure. As you can see here, there are a lot of horns on top of its head, and smaller horns also on the above the eyes and also the forehead, and also several horns on the nose as well as that of the face or the cheeks. Alright, so as per its articulation, it can actually rotate its head 360 degrees. And of course, like my Pachycephalosaurus, it can move and bow its head like so, like a battering ram charging you directly. Alright, so that is actually the reason why I really like Pachycephalosaurus. Of course, it can also move its arms, its legs, and the tail is likewise flexible. This is less articulated than my Pachycephalosaurus, but nonetheless, I still like it. And that's it for our closer look on the Utahrhinex. Let's now move on with the size comparisons. And as promised, the GCL is back here, and comparing it with the human and the Utahrhinex, it's actually okay size for me, comparing it with the regular Pachycephalosaurus. Okay, so let's now move on with comparisons between this Utahrhinex and some of my existing Pachycephalosaurus. First off, this is our Stegosaurus. And like our Utahrhinex, it's also based off of the Jurassic World alive Stegosaurus. Look at that. If you haven't seen that video, please check it out. It actually lights up in the dark. Next up, this is our Homalocephali. Our Homalocephali is actually a tribute to or my favorite Jurassic World or Jurassic Park game, Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. This one is our Extinct Dracorex. This Dracorex is very similar to our Utahrhinex. It's actually part of the DNA makeup of this one. As it's actually based off from Primeval, it has a sail on the back that is actually removable so that it actually looks like an ordinary Dracorex. Now moving on with our bigger Pachycephalosaurus, this is our Stygimoloch. Alright, so the Stygimoloch here is actually a little bit smaller than that of the Utahrhinex, as you can see here. It has a different shape of the dome, and the spikes on the head are actually located more backwards. Looking at it from the top and from the side, you can see that our Utahrhinex is much more bigger than our Stygimoloch. And lastly, let's compare this one with our Pachycephalosaurus. This Pachycephalosaurus is actually based on from Jurassic Park as well as Jurassic World. It has several articulation points to it, such as that of the head, the neck, and also the tail. In terms of size, it's much larger or larger and longer than that of our Utahrhinex. To be honest, the head is actually bigger than the Utahrhinex, except that our Utahrhinex has more spikes on the back of its head. Now let's compare with some of the hybrids that we have so far with Jurassic World Alive and even Jurassic World the game. First off, this is our level 40 Carnoraptor. So our Carnoraptor here is actually one of the more colorful hybrids that I've done so far, and it's no match for our Utahrhinex. Next up, this is my recent interpretation of the Velociraptor-X of Chaos Effect. This battle is actually really cool. Maybe I should do some stop motion sometime. Watch out for that, guys! Okay, one more would be our Triastronix. The Triastronix is actually becoming one of my favorite hybrids that I've done so far for Jurassic World Alive. Look at it, it looks really menacing. And last on our comparisons would be this Tyrannolophosaur. I think this Tyrannolophosaur is actually very similar in terms of coloration to our Utahrhinex. It's also orange based, but the stripes on the sides is actually more yellow than white. The Tyrannosaur also has this whitish, armor on its back. So, and it's actually carnivorous. Alright, so let's now move on to this roll call. And we have here all our creatures all bunched up together. They look really so, awesome or epic when they're all together like this. If you do have other suggestions of other creatures you'd like to see here next on Utahrhinex, please place them down in the comments below. Also, our friend DC out here would like to remind you guys that all of the creatures that you see here are actually present in our Utahrhinex playlist. So do check it out, guys. But I'll be placing individual links below so that you won't have to go through them one by one. Okay, so let's have a species roll call. This is our Tyrannosaur. Extinct Pachycephalosaurus. Extinct Dracorex. This is our Extinct Malocephali. Our Extinct Stygimoloch. Extinct Stegosaurus. Our Extinct Velociraptorix. This is our Extinct Carnoraptor from Jurassic World, the game. Utahrhinex from Jurassic World Alive. And of course, to start the show here, our Extinct Jurassic World Alive Utahrhinex. And that is all that we have for you guys on this video. I'll be placing several more photo stills as well as video clips of the Utahrhinex next. So stay tuned until the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of mine and this creation, our Utahrhinex. Your views and your comments and your support mean the world to me. A lot of exciting things are coming in for Utahrhinex because, of course, we will have competitions on December, so watch out for that, guys. Again, thank you so much. Also, please don't forget to support our other channels, The Adventures of Allan Ignacio and Maybe Toy Universe. Please watch their videos and support the channels by subscribing. And as we always would say, let your inner dino break roar! Thanks everyone, and bye!